It was Christmas Eve, and London was silent under a thin layer of snow. The streets were bright, with lanterns, yet one house stood cold and dark. Ebenezer Scrooge, a man consumed by greed and bitterness, counted his coins, while the world celebrated joy and warmth. As midnight approached, a strange chill filled the room. The candles flickered, and the old clock struck 12. Suddenly, the air grew heavy, and a pale figure appeared by his bedside. It was the ghost of Jacob Marley, his former business partner, chains rattling with every movement. Scrooge, the spirit, whispered, "You will be visited by 3 spirits tonight. Heed them, or be doomed to wander the earth chained like me forever." The first spirit, the ghost of Christmas past, took Scrooge through memories long buried, laughter of his youth, moments of love and kindness he had abandoned. Then the ghost of Christmas present showed him the joy he could still share, yet the suffering he ignored. Finally, the ghost of Christmas yet to come revealed a dark, lonely future, a grave unmarked, and the silent city moving on without him. Shaken to his core, Scrooge awoke on Christmas morning with a newfound heart. He embraced life with generosity, kindness, and warmth, changing not only his fate but the lives of those around him. The spirits had shown him that the coldest hearts could thaw even in this winter night. Christmas Eve of 1997, in the small town of Pine Hollow, snowfall was heavy enough to silence everything: roads, radios, even the distant church bells. What happened that night was never reported as a crime. Officially, it was labeled a family disappearance due to severe weather conditions. Unofficially, people still whisper about it every December. This documentary is based on recovered police notes, weather reports, and a single VHS tape found 20 years later. The Miller family was considered ordinary. John Miller worked as a night shift electrician. His wife, Ruth, volunteered at the local church. Their 2 children, Emily, 9, and Noah, 6, were last seen at the Pine Hollow Christmas market on December 23rd. Multiple witnesses recall something strange. Emily was crying, not the normal tired kind of crying, but panicked. One vendor later told police that Emily kept repeating the same sentence under her breath: "He knows when we're awake." At the time, everyone laughed it off. It was Christmas. That night, the Millers returned home at exactly 8:42 p.m., confirmed by a gas station receipt and a neighbor's security camera. Snow began falling heavily around 9:15. By midnight, Pine Hollow was completely cut off from the outside world. At 2:17 a.m., police received a call from the Miller residence. The audio recording still exists. Ruth Miller's voice is calm but strained. She says, "There's someone in our house. He's been watching us for hours. He won't come upstairs." The dispatcher asks who it is. Ruth whispers, "The man from the songs." The call disconnects. Police were unable to reach the house until 11:30 a.m. Christmas morning due to snow blockage. When officers entered the Miller home, they found no signs of struggle, no blood, no forced entry, no footprints in the snow outside except the families leading nowhere. But the house was wrong. The Christmas tree was still lit, presents unopened, dinner plate set, food untouched and cold. Upstairs, the children's beds were empty but neatly made. In Emily's room, investigators found something disturbing. Written in red crayon across her bedroom wall were the words, "He sees us when we sleep." The case went cold within weeks, until 2017. During the demolition of the old Miller house, workers discovered a sealed metal box hidden behind a wall panel in the basement. Inside was a VHS tape labeled in shaky handwriting, "Christmas Eve, do not watch." Police released the footage to a private investigator. What's on that tape has never been officially broadcast, but parts of the transcript were leaked. The tape begins at 10:03 p.m. The camera is fixed in the living room, pointed directly at the Christmas tree. The family can be heard laughing in the background. Everything feels normal. At 10:47 p.m., the laughter stops. Emily enters the frame, staring directly into the camera. She whispers, "He's here." Her mother laughs nervously and tells her to stop joking. At 11 p.m., The temperature inside the house drops suddenly. Frost appears on the windows from the inside. Then movement. In the reflection of a Christmas ornament, something tall can be seen standing in the hallway. It doesn't move. It doesn't blink. It just watches. No one notices it. At 12:01 a.m., the sound of footsteps begins upstairs. Slow, deliberate, heavy. John grabs the camera and whispers that someone is in the house. But when he checks, nothing is there. Except the footprints. Large. Width. They stop just outside the children's bedroom. At 1:38 a.m., the figure appears clearly on camera for the first time. It is dressed like Santa Claus, but wrong. The suit is filthy, the beard matted and stained. Its face is pale, eyes black and unblinking. It smiles, but the mouth opens far wider than it should. Emily screams. The figure tilts its head and speaks in a low, distorted voice. "I only take the ones who don't sleep." The camera drops. The last frame shows the Christmas tree lights flickering violently, then silence. The final timestamp is 2:16 a.m., exactly 1 minute before the emergency call. Experts who reviewed the tape were divided. Some claimed it was an elaborate hoax. Others noted something impossible. Throughout the entire recording, no external footprints appear in the snow outside the house, which means whatever entered the Miller home was already inside. Every Christmas since, Pine Hollow reports the same phenomenon. Children waking up at night, claiming someone is watching them. Footprints leading to nowhere. And occasionally, if you're awake, past midnight, you might hear a voice outside your door, whispering softly, "Sleep." Because according to the last line written in Emily Miller's diary, if you see him, already too late. If you enjoyed this documentary-style horror story, remember, some Christmas legends aren't meant to be celebrated, they're meant to be survived.